thunderstorm is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Jet sweep to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless. And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott
out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And a short gain down to about the 33.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second down and 8. Inside give to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way. We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Yeah, Elliott trying to work his way forward. It looks like he did not make it. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
This out quickly to the left side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. Way down to about the 1-yard line. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Pick up a 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's Cook again.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third and short yardage, Cousins.
That's complete to K.J. Osborne.
The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. They go play action. Cousins. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Credit Zadarius Smith able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Elliott once more. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. An even better job studying the play before you have to try to defend it in a game.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Prescott from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
As we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, we've been falling into this game. That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The Vikings at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now not only did you not get it and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to the zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Prescott now. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The kick by Maher is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw on second and 10. Cousins, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. This is caught by Hilton. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes a field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on him.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Finding space at the 40.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Break him down at the 49. A first down throw for Cousins. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action now. Cousins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And Cook has it left side. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Vikings, nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Throw caught there by Osborne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Cousins throw complete to Rager. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 41. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now Prescott on 4th down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Vikings, nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from...
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. They're going to get this beyond 40 before it's taken down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
By Osa Odighisawa. The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Miller. His 1st NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings are finally on the board in the 4th quarter.
Joseph connects on the extra point
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And now we're going to get a stoppage. Remember, the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Prescott now on 2nd down.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
picked off, and we'll see. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
First down. Here's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. That's to Cook out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Cousins now. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
At the 14-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings. They'll run with Cook. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. 2nd down and goal. Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming. And they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So Prescott here to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott off play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And Prescott his 3rd interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you said there.
It cost him a day 2. A lot of people thought he had first round the board. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. He called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with the 1st and 10. And some room to run now. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Second and 6. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Throwing here, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, they keep pace for a playoff spot.